Okay, so today we have the privilege to speak with Ms. Frances Moffett-Kouadio, of Director of Trade and Investment in the Department for International Trade in the UK. So nice to meet you, Frances.
Thank you, Matthew.
So I'm Matthew from Blockchain.News. So I think the first thing our readers would like to learn more about is that what's the Department for International Trade and what are the opportunities alongside the Belt and Road Initiative for your organization?
So we see a lot of opportunities for UK companies across the Belt and Road, primarily because of our expertise in major infrastructure projects globally anyway. And so here in Hong Kong, we're leveraging the large number of UK companies who are headquartered here to move out and work on projects on the Belt and Road. And to do this, we're collaborating with our colleagues in Belt and Road countries, so our other Department for International Trade teams in places like Cambodia or the Philippines, for example, to do third country missions. So we're doing that by bringing our colleagues and companies from those other countries into Hong Kong to meet all of the UK companies that we have here who are already doing business in projects like the airport here or the MTR expansion, etc.
Okay, so next thing will be in terms of the Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. So how do you collaborate with AIIB?
So we have a team of colleagues focused entirely on the Belt and Road based in our embassy in Beijing, and they have a very close relationship with the AIIB. And of course the UK was the first Western nation to come out in support of the AIIB. So we try and keep as close to them as possible so that we can mutually support projects in the Belt and Road. And another great mechanism we have to support UK but also other international companies and working on Belt and Road infrastructure projects is UK Export Finance. So we have a large amount of government funding available to companies who want to work on Belt and Road projects, and you only require 20% of any of those projects to be British to qualify for that export finance.
Okay, so from your observation, what are the international projects that is most attractive to international investors?
I think they vary from Belt and Road nation to Belt and Road nation. From our perspective in Hong Kong, we're trying to marry the strengths of the UK that are reflected in our own industrial strategies with the work we're doing locally, which is mostly focused on Hong Kong government-funded infrastructure with the projects overseas. So, for example, in Cambodia, we're looking at bringing in UK companies to support the expansion of the airport by leveraging the expertise they've demonstrated in Hong Kong. So they're where we're starting, but actually we're open to all kinds of projects.
Okay. And also, can you share with us some of the FinTech or even blockchain initiative along the Belt and Road countries? Yeah,
so we're quite fortunate in the UK that we have a very proactive City of London organisation, and obviously we're a major financial centre in the UK. And so we have our own FinTech Awards that we launched in Hong Kong and China a few years ago, and we've just relaunched the current year's FinTech Awards. But we're also very innovative. So, for example, if you look in London, many of the big hubs like Google, BT have they've set up their own hubs to encourage new innovative companies and SMEs to start up. So we're working very closely with Hong Kong through our FinTech bridge to make sure we have a two-way traffic of companies who can bring new innovations to Asia, but also Asian companies bringing new innovations to Europe.
Okay, so in terms of macroeconomic uncertainty, like the China-US trade war or even a Brexit, how does it affect your operation in the Belt and Road Initiative?
I suppose in many ways the result of the Brexit referendum has made countries look beyond Europe for new markets. And so I think companies are looking to Belt and Road countries and also to Hong Kong. So, for example, trade with Hong Kong and China is up from the UK. A third of all of our trade with China comes through Hong Kong, which demonstrates the importance of Hong Kong as a hub for the region. So I think every cloud has a silver lining. So companies are pragmatic, and so they will move their business where it benefits them. Awesome. And we'll help them do that.
Okay, so to sum up, can you share with us the future roadmap of Department for International Trade? Any other future initiatives coming up?
Yes, so there will be. So we'll have to see what happens with Brexit and the nature of Brexit, but certainly we'll be looking for more free trade agreements around the world, and our new Secretary of State, Liz Truss, is very focused on that. And of course, this part of the world will be high on the agenda for getting some of those free trade agreements in place. So positive, I think.
Okay, So thank you very much, Frances, for your great insights for today. So our readers got to learn a lot more about the Department of International Trade in the UK, and hopefully we can have more collaboration in the future. Thank you.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to meet you.